What's happening there, guys, and welcome back to NBA Reloaded. The National Basketball Association, or the NBA, is a basketball league that's often regarded as the most professional in North America. It's comprised of 30 teams overall. People believe that getting into the NBA is really difficult, which is correct since you must be a professional basketball player in order to take advantage of this rare opportunity. Most of the athletes there worked hard for it and achieved their goals as a result of it. Some players even had different physiques when they first entered the NBA than they do now. Some were quite thin, while others were extremely obese. In this video, we'll be talking about 10 of the most shocking NBA transformations. But before we do that, please be sure to like our video and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos going forward. So without any further delay, let's get started. Number 1. Kevin Garnett. In the 1995 NBA Draft, Kevin Garnett was selected 5th by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kevin didn't appear like an NBA player when he first arrived since he was quite slender. He eventually worked hard for it and improved himself in that area. In 2004, he averaged 24.2 points and 13.9 rebounds per game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was later named League MVP. The difference between his physiques in 1995 when he first entered the NBA and now when he's fully jacked is undeniable. All this is a result of nothing more than hard work. Number 2. DeAndre Jordan. Jordan was really underweight when he played basketball at Texas, but as he worked on himself over time, his physique vastly improved. His physical size began to increase in 2013, and by 2017, his appearance improved to the level that we see him as now. Furthermore, 2017 was the finest year of his NBA career. He averaged 12.7 points and 13.8 rebounds per game, earning him an All-Star for the Los Angeles Clippers. His career began in 2008, and the progress he's made so far is undeniably commendable. Number 3. Julius Randle. Julius is also one of the top players who's undergone an incredible body transformation, which wasn't expected. Reports say that Lakers front office challenged Randle to come back jacked and physically more fit, which he took very seriously. The real magic happened during offseason when he worked hard on himself and returned with a totally different physique. He went from 250 pounds to 240 pounds and shredded about 6% of fat. He was named an All-Star for the 2018 to 2019 season. Randle, while talking about his transformation, said, "I feel great. Being light on my feet, playing with energy and pace, being active, I feel like I can be active for long stretches of time without getting tired. I can cover more ground, I'm in better shape, so I see things before they happen." Isn't it inspirational? Well, he's also made sure to bring the best out of his transformation and averaged 8.7 rebounds and 21 points in that season. People are predicting that if he keeps himself in shape, the man can do wonders. Number 4. Victor Oladipo. When Oklahoma City Thunder was ousted by the Houston Rockets, Oladipo committed to work hard and transform his body during offseason. He said, "I'm going to work, and I'm going to work some more." After that, the guy proved it as well. His transformation could be seen after 6 weeks when his photo came up on the internet. You may, however, Google the pictures for further surprises. Just like Julius Randle, he transformed his body in 3 weeks and shed about 7% of fat during offseason and came back looking even slicker than before. Unfortunately, after a few years, he got into an accident but recovered in 2020, so he had to start all over again to reclaim his position. Number 5. Shawn Kemp. He was the 17th pick by the Seattle Supersonics in the 1985 NBA Draft. He was very thin during his rookie year and didn't look like he was ready for the NBA, but nothing works without hard work. By Kemp's prime, his physique had begun to transform and he seemed brawny. This was the time when he played really good among all his seasons in 1996. He averaged 19.6 points and 11.4 rebounds per game and was also named All-Star for the Seattle Supersonics. So now you see why having a decent body is extremely vital. You'll also have additional possibilities and advantages on the field you never knew you had before. Shawn's physique altered between 1989 and 2003, which is when all the magic occurred. Number 6. LeBron James. LeBron James is known as one of the best athletes when it comes to dedication and his physique. He's one of those players who entered the NBA after their high school, so they weren't really sure if he was ready for the league or not. But he proved all of them wrong. He started to work on himself, and now people praise him for his body and how he takes care of his health. He averaged 27.5 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 9.1 assists per game, and he had a great statistical season in the NBA only at the age of 33. To observe the true change, you must look at his photo from 2003 and then in 2019 to get your answer. And all this because he was extremely focused on his game and his health. Number 7. Raymond Felton. The 5th pick in the 2005 draft, Raymond Felton already had a good physique, which led to good NBA seasons. He averaged 15.5 points and 8.3 assists per game in his best season for the New York Knicks and the Denver Nuggets. This player, however, couldn't maintain his physique and started to gain a lot of weight over time. This is when his career started to fall as well. In 2014, his performance started to get bad because of his health. The real huge difference can be seen from the timeline between 2005 all the way to 2019 when he just kept gaining weight. Number 8. Shaquille O'Neal. He was the first pick in the 1992 NBA draft by the Orlando Magic. He was one of the biggest players, which is why people often called him a monster. When he entered the NBA, he was already fit for it and wasn't really skinny, but as the years went by, he grew even more massive. His best season was in 2000 when he put up 29.7 points and 13.6 rebounds per game and was named a league MVP. He gradually became the most dominant player because of him being a monster. He was 315 pounds at the time, but eventually he started getting fat and had a really bad physique at the end of his career. Number 9. Mike Bibby. He was one of the greatest players in NBA history, but used to be quite underrated and never became an all-star when he played for the Sacramento Kings. In the early 2000s, his physique wasn't much appreciated, but if you see him now, you'll just go wow. It's clear as day that the man worked on himself. One of his photos from 2018 went viral when his son shared his and Mike's workout photo, which caught everyone's attention. Even the NBA was shocked to see such a brilliant transformation. People expect Bibby to maintain his physique since he has many fans following him now. Number 10. Dwight Howard. And finally, we have Dwight Howard, who happened to be one of those players who came out of high school all jacked up, but of course that's not what he is now. When he joined a weight training program, he grew tremendously strong and since then has been one of the league's most intimidating players. During 2000 and 2010, he had been very dominating, but right after that, his performance began to deteriorate. It's heard that he has burned every fat cell of his body and was also called Greek God. However, his performance got better gradually, and fans expect him to give more outstanding performances like he did with his body. So these were one of the few players who transformed their bodies in the craziest of ways. Some became obese, some got jacked up, and some became really slim. You may have seen that from the previous transformations that having a good physique led athletes to go the distance, while those who let themselves go managed to hinder their careers without trying to rectify themselves. And then there are other players who came straight out of their high schools completely lanky or slim and then evolved into something better. And with that, we've officially come to the end of our video. Let us know your thoughts about all of this in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed our video, do let us know by liking and sharing this video with your friends and family, and if you haven't done so already, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos going forward. Until next time, take care and goodbye.